Nearly a decade ago, a man's fantasy became reality in a form never seen before. Kitchen Stadium, a giant cooking arena. The motivation for spending his fortune to create Kitchen Stadium was to encounter new original cuisines, which could be called true artistic creations. To realize his dream, he started choosing the top chefs of various styles of cooking. And he named his men the Iron Chefs, the invincible men of culinary skills. Iron Chef Japanese is Rokusaburo Michiba. Iron Chef French is Hiroyuki Sakai. Iron Chef Chinese is Chen Kenichi. And Masahiko Kobe is Iron Chef Italian. Kitchen Stadium is the arena where Iron Chefs await the challenges of master chefs from all over the world. Both the Iron Chef and Challenger have 1 hour to tackle the theme ingredient of the day. Using all their senses, skills, creativity, they're to prepare artistic dishes never tasted before. And if ever a challenger wins over the Iron Chef, he or she will gain the people's ovation and fame forever. Every battle, reputations are on the line in Kitchen Stadium, where master chefs pit their artistic creations against each other. What inspiration will today's challenger bring? And how will the Iron Chef fight back? The heat will be on!
San Francisco. If memory serves me right, in this city is a Japanese chef who has earned himself a big name. His name, Taka Kawai. He heads the kitchen of the Pan Pacific San Francisco. This hotel has played host for Madonna, Michael Jackson, and many other celebrities. It is considered to be one of San Francisco's best among the elite. Hearing of his notoriety, I started aggressively pursuing him to offer him a chance to fly over the Pacific to get in the ring with my Iron Chefs. My persistence paid off. Today's challenger, the top Japanese French cuisine chef working in the U.S., head chef of the Pan Pacific San Francisco, Takayoshi Kawai. Taka started his career as a chef at age 20, first working at a French restaurant in Tokyo. At age 22, he left for Canada, and then spent 10 years working at top restaurants in such countries as Norway, Switzerland, and France. At age 32, he came to San Francisco, and his fate as a chef started to change dramatically. He first joined Masa's, a restaurant which attracts guests from all over the U.S., and where the waiting list is usually 6 months long. With Taka heading the kitchen, it took no time at all for his name to get around. In 1994, the Pan Pacific San Francisco requested that he take charge of their kitchen and their cuisine.
It's freedom. I mean, the style of food is free from any rules. All chefs in the U.S. are like that. It depends on the individual. For me, French is the base to which I try to add Californian flavors. That's my intention when I'm cooking my dishes. Simply put, there are many styles over there.
Californian cuisine, the newest movement in USA-style French cuisine, identified by the use of healthy sauces accentuating the flavors of the ingredients. Taka's works are at the pinnacle of this movement. The success story of a Japanese chef in the U.S. is about to be revealed here in my Kitchen Stadium.
French chefs in Japan probably look down on French food in America, in a sense. Their perceptions are clouded by hamburgers and hot dogs, and things like that are very different. So now I'm here to show them that not everything is like that in the U.S.
So now, Taka, show me this Californian cuisine that American celebrities speak highly of here in the cooking battlefield of Japan.
I'll do my best. That's it.
Today, a well-seasoned chef who's made it big in the States returns home. And with us to enjoy his homecoming is TV personality Eriko Kusuda. Welcome.
So nice to be here. Thank you.
Kusuda-san, I understand as a world traveler, have you ever had French food in America before?
Well, I was in Europe just last week. For the entire week, I had nothing but French food. Now I'm back in Japan, and I'm about to have American-style French.
That's right.
Wow, I'm really thrilled.
Well, it should be a special one, so look forward to it. And our commentator, Dr. Yukio Hattori. Doc?
Always a pleasure.
All right, let's bring on Chairman Kaga.
全米ナンバーワンの日本人フレンチシェフがはるばる海を越えてやってまいりました。シュワルツェネッガーやマドンナ、そしてマイケル・ジャクソンも虜にしているというそのカリフォルニア・キュイズイヌとやらを見せてもらおうではありませんか。さあ皆さん大きな拍手でお迎えください。パンパシフィックホテルサンフランシスコ総料理長河合孝義。
All right, entering the stadium, today will be his first time to cook in his home country in 17 years. Kawai, the Pan Pacific's man from Japan, coming all the way to Kitchen Stadium.
どうもようこそいらっしゃいました。この鉄人はあちらでもご存知でした。
Yes, I've seen it a few times.
なるほど。どのように思われました？
Wonderful. A form of art.
そうですか。
Yes.
ありがとうございます。それでは我が美食アカデミーが誇る2人の鉄人を登場させましょう。2人だけよみがえるがいい。ハイアンシェフ。
Ascending into Kitchen Stadium, the nation's culinary leaders, your Iron Chefs. Iron Chef Chinese, Chen Kenichi. And Iron Chef French, Hiroyuki Sakai. Even without Iron Chef Japanese Michiba, they stand here, the invincible men of culinary skills.
残念ながら真ん中の道場が休んでいるんですが。
I wish I could have done it with Michiba-san.
そうです。
Yeah.
しかし中華フレンチの鉄人も相当面白い試合相手になると思いますが。さあ。どちらと戦いますか？
Sakai-san, if I may.
All right, he wants Sakai, one of the best in the West. Kawai is going to lock horns with Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai, the leader of French cuisine in Japan, among the first chefs to fuse Japanese cooking techniques with French recipes. And his use of color, his artistic vision, have earned him the moniker the Delacroix of French cuisine, but facing a huge challenge today.
はるかアメリカからの挑戦者。高い飛行機代を払ってわざわざやってきてくれた料理人に、私はずっと前から出し惜しんでいたあの食材を与えることにしました。フレンチにはもってこいの海の女王と呼ばれているあの魚です。それでは発表します。今日のテーマはこれです。
One of the top French chefs in the U.S., a Japanese native at that, back in his home country, taking on Iron Chef Sakai, challenger Kawai. He's created his own culinary world. He'll show us just how far he's gone. We are set. Let's get it on. Bang a gong, we are on. An all-French Trans-Pacific battle with the challenger coming out of SF. Seoul is the theme, and we've got two types up there at the stand, Doc.
That's right. One is black, or so it's called in Japan, and the other is red Seoul. And you can see the two distinct colors there.
So what exactly is the difference in taste?
Well, that's a good question. Japan, black Seoul is actually favored by people in the Kanto region or eastern Japan. On the other hand, overseas, it's the red Seoul is considered more luxurious. So it's just a matter of taste, really.
Oh, really? So the two types we see here are from Japanese waters, then?
That is correct, yes.
All right, and Sakai skinning that one rather easily there.
Yeah, you can almost just peel it off.
Wow.
It's pretty easy, actually.
And a black one here.
That is black, yes.
All right, and thanks for the skinny on the black and red varieties. And now the challenger side, Takayoshi Kawai. The people that know him in the Bay Area, people that work with him, just call him Taka, rather affectionately, I understand.
That's good.
Okay, and now Sakai here, and more skinning action. Tough loss for him last time out. Certainly doesn't want to lose a second in a row. That loss against Chef Sakabe from Club Mistral. From the floor, Shinichiro to go.
To the question, what's your impression of Challenger Kawai? Iron Chef Sakai responded by saying, hey, thanks for putting even more pressure on me after that loss last time by bringing in a challenger that I really wanted to avoid, but whatever, I'm not going to lose 2 in a row.
Well, even though he lost that last one, Sakai's career record is 18 wins against just 4 losses.
Wow.
That's an outstanding winning rate, 82%.
But still, he can't afford losing against another French chef, he's saying down there.
Well, that was a tough one against Sakabe, and now the challenger here peeling the skin away well. Only the first one, I believe, so he is lagging a bit behind in the skinning department.
Yeah, it depends on if you're used to dealing with this fish or not.
Yes.
Yeah, as you know, Challenger Kawai is having a hard time peeling the skin off, and he said it is difficult, but that's a sign that the fish may be too fresh.
All right, look at him right there struggling with it.
Right, yeah.
While Sakai ripping that skin away, no problem. Challenger Kawai, relatively young at 39 to be in charge of the kitchen at the Pan Pacific in San Francisco.
That's a great accomplishment.
And coming into this, he said he wanted to show us the depth of what's known as California cuisine, sort of an offshoot of French cuisine in the States, he says. Kawai, a native... Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, the Irish chef heard the challenger's comments about the sole being too fresh, and he said, what? Is that a complaint? Are you complaining because you've got great ingredients? Sakai-san's knives, ears, and tongue are all sharp today.
Well, maybe still has a sour taste from that loss last time out. And here looks like he's cutting away the fins.
Right, that part has a lot of bones in it. It's unlike flatfish in Japan that has smaller fins.
All right, but at the sushi bars, chefs will serve meat from the fins in sushi form.
Right, but that is the flatfish. Sole, it's smaller, it's thinner, and not much meat on the fins here.
Oh, nothing you could sink your teeth into.
Exactly.
Kusan,
yes.
The sole that Challenger Kawai has chosen are all black, all 10 of them, no red ones so far. He says the reason is that this particular season, the black ones are without a doubt tasting better.
That's interesting.
Doc, what's the story on that?
Well, he's pretty much got it sussed, yeah. Speaking of the red sole, their best season is from fall to winter, and it's true that the black ones are in season right now. But if we get back to the cooking, the matter at hand here, you know, I'm thinking Sakai-san is really good at handling this fish. It's like a fishmonger or something.
He could almost work at the fish market.
I've never seen a French-born French chef who can do it as good as this.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Kusan,
Yes.
we've also confirmed which type of sole that Iron Chef Sakai is using. No red ones. He says, I only use black in my restaurant.
Well, all the red ones got left at the stand. They got stood up.
Well, Sakai-san, he's like an Eastern gentleman now, I guess.
Okay, now, sole is regarded as a ritzy ingredient.
Oh, very much so, yes.
Okay, now look at the big pot here on the challenger side. Leeks, tomatoes, carrots.
I imagine for a sauce.
Okay.
Kusan,
Yes.
Challenger Kawai tells me he's shooting for 4 dishes today, but he also added that if I have time, I'll make 4. I might only end up with 3. Back to you.
All right, challenger, 3 or 4 dishes.
Now, if we look at the Iron Chef here, he's got baby clams, or
Okay,
the
he's
short neck
really
clams.
loaded them up right here.
So obviously for sauce, yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
so the chef's going in different directions.
Yeah. Oh, look at this.
Whoa.
Potatoes, yeah, it looks like potatoes.
All right, Iron Chef dropping them on.
Like a garnish,
Maybe
maybe?
a wild combination,
Really?
clams and potatoes. Gave them a couple of shakes.
Yeah,
Never
I've-
seen that combo before.
I've got nothing to say about this.
While here, the challenger with some tomatoes in the blender. Sakai, potatoes, Kawai, a lot of tomatoes.
Yeah, so they're all, I guess, what, chopped up, are they?
Okay, chopped up will do just
Okay, so
fine.
probably a sauce.
Now Sakai here, pounding.
Carpaccio? I
That might be too simple.
Say carpaccio.
know, I just react when I see that. I don't know. It could be served raw.
Well, they say it is very fresh today.
Yeah, that's true. It looks great, so that's a possibility.
Okay, well, what about aroma concerns? I mean, negative-wise.
No, you don't have to worry about that. The sole here is from the waters from off Kyushu, and so the sea basin there is very much sandy, right? And so there's not going to be a lot of smell to this fish.
All right.
And we got a risotto happening.
Sakai, gonna make a risotto.
Yeah.
The Iron Chef giving that some flip-flops, and the rice cooking away there. And how about a risotto with sole?
Yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Meantime, on the challenger side, he is still over the blender there. And did you catch it? He added a ton of olive oil.
Oh, really?
Yeah, blended it in there with the tomatoes.
Well, that's kind of the trend right now in the U.S. Lots of olive oil. It's very much like cooking from the south of France, really.
Right.
So Mediterranean flavor is also very popular in the U.S. right now.
All right, well, that could very well be the explanation for why he's using a lot of tomatoes so far.
Sure. Well, Californian cuisine is, as we all know, they're very health conscious there, and they use French cooking techniques to kind of add to the flavor for it. So that's basically the gist of the whole thing.
All right, healthy cuisine.
Exactly, yeah.
Fukusan?
Yes.
I'm also told that the challenger is using olive oil to fry the ingredients in this frying pan.
All right. An East, West, and Mediterranean man.
Well, California cuisine is, as we all know, rather health conscious, and they use French cooking techniques to add to the flavor, and that's basically the gist of it.
A healthy cuisine, then.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
All right.
Fukusan?
Yes.
I'm also told that the challenger is using olive oil to fry the ingredients in this pan.
An East, West, and Mediterranean man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Ann Sakai at the cutting board here.
Now, what's he got here? Is that prawns?
Oh, yes, prawns.
Are these raw? Correct.
I can't see the belly of it. What is it?
Maybe.
Oh, it could be Omar lobster.
Okay,
right?
well, I did notice some Japanese and Omar lobsters, which were brought over by the assistants over there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
And he's got some truffle.
All right, slicing them up.
Oh, yes.
Fukusan?
Yes.
What might have looked like prawns on the Iron Chef site is, in fact, Omar lobster.
All right.
Fresh lobsters. Well,
Yeah.
I'm on my toes now.
And
Watch out.
truffles in the mix, too. The luxury quotient getting higher, as is the price per plate.
Oh, really? Absolutely.
Yeah, just be thankful you're not paying for this, huh? Oh, look at this.
My, oh,
Folding it over right there.
Yeah.
And tucking it in.
and inside he has
Omar lobster and
Oh,
truffles.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
so a little mini truffles and Omar sandwich of sorts.
Ooh, so exciting.
So small, but a big price. Would have to be reaching deep into the wallet for this. Yes.
We've just been informed that the Iron Chef's assistants are gathering together the stringy part of the corn silk from corn shucks.
Corn silk.
Okay.
All right, let's do this right here.
What's that going to be used
Ooh,
for?
mysterious.
You stumped?
It has to be decoration, right?
Oh, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
But
maybe
what?
Boil them or some? I have
All
no
right,
idea.
I'll let you stew on that one for a while. Meantime, Challenger Kawhi using the cleaver to flatten the pieces of filet. No idea what he's making any of it so far today.
I know exactly what you're saying. It's a little early to tell. And the Iron Chef, he's got something wrapped in a gauze here for steaming, I guess, right?
Oh, for steaming?
Okay.
Steam it and maybe a sauce added later.
I
is that-
think you're right, yeah.
All right, and getting those luxurious soul rolls prepped, the Iron Chef.
Okay. Oh, look at this.
Okay, the Challenger here.
Yeah, he's got, it's the whole fish here.
4 of them, not
Whole
skin.
soul.
All right.
Has cut some slits into them.
Yeah, little decorative lines.
These are decorative lines.
That's what I'm guessing.
For a Meunier then?
Don't look at
this
me.
big a
Lisa,
Meunier?
please.
Okay, Meunier's supposed to be a little smaller then.
Well, normally, they're filleted first, right?
I've had one as a whole soul, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just a few days ago, in fact.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, it was quite big, actually.
All right,
Yeah.
and into the second half, 30 minutes gone, 30 to go. Yes.
Challenger Kawhi said that he was planning on using zucchini flowers in one of his dishes, but noticed that the Iron Chef had taken them all, so disgruntled, he says, I'm giving up on that.
That's all part of the game,
I didn't
guess.
take all of them.
Challenger Kawhi has
Some
come a long
zucchini are
way.
over there.
Okay, now the
I'm
Iron
reading
Chef
what the
making
opponent-
some available.
Kusan?
Yeah.
Iron Chef Sakai heard my report about him hogging the zucchini flowers and said, hey, don't make me look like a criminal. I didn't take all of them. Back to you.
False alarm,
Okay,
perhaps?
so they're all looking a wee bit confused down there.
Well, I tell you what, the competition is heating up in this one.
So the Challenger is getting some?
Not sure.
Oh, no flower zucchini.
No.
Where have all the flowers gone? Come on, people.
Even the cameramen are panicking down there.
They're getting caught up in this. The case of the squired away zucchini flowers. See if we can solve that mystery before it's over.
Okay, now, I think what he's doing is cooking the ones with bones in it, right?
All right.
Like this.
I see, okay.
So he's putting them, see how they're diagonal?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Later on, he'll flip it over and place it in a different direction.
Kind of like a mesh pattern.
Exactly.
With the grill
exactly.
lines looking like a grid.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, and on the stove there to the right is the clam stew with the potatoes, and now the Iron Chef's on it.
And I'm still thinking that's got to be for a sauce.
You did say that.
Yeah,
That's
the
right.
main ingredient's sole, right?
Right,
So
uh-huh.
it's very light in flavor.
Uh-huh.
So he's trying to add body to it by using clams or using the succinic acid, which is really going to add to the flavor.
Okay.
And again, this is kind of a wish more than a guess.
Well, some good reason behind it. You may get your wish.
Oh, look at this, zucchini flowers.
The much talked about.
All right, Challenger's got them.
How did that happen? He did
Case
get them.
is closed.
All right, justice has been served.
And blind
It's
in
almost
this
like
case.
a magic show going on here.
Right now, here, it could be for sauce too.
Kusan?
Yes.
Yeah, in this bowl we're looking at, the Challenger has shallots, tomatoes, basil, olive oil, lemon juice, and green pepper.
Wow.
Okay.
Ooh,
All
a
right,
mix of
thanks,
many
Ota.
aromas in that sauce.
Right, and if he's thinking Southern French or Italian type of a flavor, probably use balsamic vinegar as well.
Ah, right.
But right now, actually, American-style French cuisine doesn't use much balsamic vinegar.
Oh, really?
Okay, and now the challenger frying these pieces of sole filet, a lot of them in there.
Right.
And anything you can do vis-a-vis a prediction here, Doc?
Not a clue.
Okay, not able to get a beat on this guy.
Is there any reason they don't use much balsamic vinegar in the U.S.?
Just a matter of popularity. It just hasn't really caught on over there yet.
Preference.
Just don't use it that much.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, now check this out. Pieces that we're going to end up with the grid pattern, something doesn't look quite right with these over here by the Iron Chef.
Okay, what's happened here? Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I can tell you why this happened.
Oh, please do.
Okay, normally you wait a little longer to flip it over, right? But he couldn't wait, and it wound up sticking.
Okay, should have kept them there longer. Instead, the undercooked portion, the skin, ripping away.
Right,
sounds like that, yeah.
That's my guess, anyway.
Uh-oh, so he's now changing course, and he's going to toss that out.
Kusan?
Yes.
The Iron Chef heard you guys and said, "Are you kidding? They taste great charred like this." He's planning on using it.
Oh, really? Well, pardon me.
Well, okay, it's a good choice, but, he's a pro, right? So he can change gears.
It doesn't look so bad.
Now we'll see a true pro in action. It's going to be
That's
interesting.
why I respect this guy.
Learning from his mistakes.
Yeah, all the Iron Chefs.
I wanted to take that back home. All right, now back with Kauai.
Okay, what do we got?
Chopped up zucchini.
Okay.
This is eggplant being sautéed in olive oil.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Ota.
Wow.
Some
right.
fried eggplant pieces.
And we've got a leftover piece.
Okay, a piece of sole.
Oh, the challenger's dicing tomatoes
Okay,
there once
mulching
again.
those up right there.
It's using a lot of vegetables, right?
Well, healthy California cuisine. That's
Right,
his game.
that's very much in vogue right now in America. That's the trend.
Today, Challenger Kauai, liberal use of tomatoes.
Okay,
Corn silk it was.
corn silk,
he said,
yeah.
Okay.
He's added
I
that.
wonder where he's going with this.
Oh, it's going in oil.
This is pretty wild.
No way you could eat this, I'd
No,
have to say.
got to be decoration.
That's what we've been saying, yeah.
Fried it, make it fluffy.
Just put it on top, you mean?
Or around like a nest.
Kusan,
Right.
Yes.
Iron Chef Sakai heard you again and replied, "Hey, who says you can't eat it? It's pretty good."
Wow, really?
You're kidding.
Wow, we're going to eat that?
I've never had this before.
Ooh, me either.
Well,
Oh.
if Sakai says it's good, I'll take him at his word. Now, back with
And for
Kauai.
Kusan,
What's this?
the ingredients in this pot are white wine, shallots, fresh cream, and butter. Back to you.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
15
And
minutes
now,
to
15
go.
minutes left. Challenger sauce, white wine, cream, buttered up. And now here, the Iron Chef beginning a deep fried job. Looks like the sole fillets are going in there.
Oh, then that one was for this fried item here. The potatoes and clam sauce, maybe?
Oh, okay.
Possible. Hattori-san, what do you
It's,
think?
It's possible,
Right,
sure.
well,
I
okay.
never know.
All right, he's going to have fried fillets. It could be paired up with this.
Now, I could be way off base, but I think he'll use the stuff that's coming out.
Right.
Just the broth.
Yeah, he's
Right,
straining
right.
it.
Toss the rest.
So,
Okay, the flavors have been condensed.
Again, it's loaded with the succinic acid,
It
right?
must be so tasty.
But then again, if he decides to use the solid part instead of the liquid, no, that's not going to happen.
Kusan,
Yes.
Iron Chef Sakai seems to be really pressed for time, perhaps feeling the pressure or maybe a little hot. He's even taken the tie on his chef's jacket off.
Oh, look
Man
at that.
at work.
He has.
Wow.
Oh, look at the color of this.
So appetizing.
Oh, it's golden brown. Beautiful.
Man, a live, crispy looking golden brown surface, deep fried fillets of sole. Ooh. And the Iron Chef, more going into the pot of hot oil over there. And look at that cook. Sakai heating up in the late going. Meantime, on the Challenger side, Kauai reaching for some fresh greens. Health-conscious cuisine, that's what he does, and still has the whole soul cooking, and time not an ally for him. Yes.
Challenger Kauai is also racing against time. All he's telling his assistants right now is hurry up, make shortcuts wherever you can.
Man appears to be in some trouble. Both chefs, with the time ticking away on them, scrambling here in the late going. Sole is not an easy item to deal with in just an hour.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, but look at Sakai-san here.
What is he doing here?
Oh,
Okay, just watch and see what he's doing.
Huh. Removing the bones right there.
I thought it looked good enough as it was,
Well, apparently this was his intention to do this.
Oh. Well, the center, he's
Yeah,
doing...
I'm guessing he's planning to do something with the center, but as far as I'm concerned, the shape is kind of ruined
Well,
now.
we'll have to see if we can get an explanation for what that's all about.
The steam dish is done on the Iron Chef side.
Okay,
Do you
still
see
on the
that?
Iron
Yeah.
Chef side. They're
Kusan?
removing the gauze. Yes, go ahead.
I asked Sakai-san if this was an accident or a failure that he was trying to correct, and he looked insulted and replied, "How dare you ask me that?"
Well, you got his attention. You can say Ota's got guts, but I think it might have been a better idea to phrase that question just a little differently.
I asked Sakai-san if this was an accident or a failure that he was trying to correct, and he looked insulted and replied, "How dare you ask me that?"
It got his attention. You can say Ota's got guts, but I think it might have been a better idea to have phrased that question just a little differently. Actually, the Iron Chef's been a little touchy
Well,
today.
I can understand working under pressure like that, you know.
Well, that type of question, too, gives him a free pass to unload.
Okay. Oh, look at this.
What do we have here?
That's the Iron Chef, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sakai's side.
The sole that he changed his strategy on, it looks like. He's going to finish it like this.
Okay, and zucchini
Okay.
slice.
Yeah, that looks nice.
And healthy, too.
See? Uh-huh.
That one looks to be just about done. Zucchini slices blanketing the sole, and now Kawai's deep-fried sole. Don't think we'll see him open his up, though. They'll be served perhaps with the sauce, you think?
I think probably like that, yeah.
All right.
Kusan,
Yes.
Challenger Kawai was just saying that he didn't have time to cut them into portions. He says, all I can do is just put them on bigger plates right now. He's really scrambling.
Wow, up against it. Kawai having to do all he can just to get his dishes finished and in on time.
Goodness. He's
It happens so often around here, the time limit near the end, rearing its head, and Sakai, of course, he's used to that type of pressure.
Right.
the Iron Chef. What's he going to add there?
What is this?
Okay, what was that?
Kusan,
You got it?
this contains long-clawed prawns, cauliflower, broccoli, fresh cream, maitake, and shimeji mushrooms, string beans, celery, and asparagus.
All right, thanks. There's so many different items there, and that's why he opened them up.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but...
And for Kusan,
Yeah.
Challenger Kawai said earlier that he was shooting for 4 dishes, but just now he shouted, okay, change of plan, let's just go for 2.
Only 2.
2 dishes?
Oh, that's too bad.
Planning for 4. Now that may not get the job done. That perhaps won't cut it today.
Oh, doing all this in 1 hour, though, must be so tough.
I can vouch for that. It certainly is.
Oh, yeah.
And now the Iron Chef, he's shifting gears here
Yeah,
again.
look, the one with the zucchini slices.
Okay, this one has the bones in the center, right? So
Ditch the bones there.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, his
Probably to make
prerogative.
it easy to eat, maybe?
Must have rethought it.
You know, like in Kitchen Stadium, a lot of the dishes are just ad-lib, like very much first-time creations, right? So it's got to be tough. So it's amazing what he's doing
We
here.
tried the sandwich version, trying to maybe cut down the time, but now he's found some time, so he's making it easier for us to
Hey,
eat, I
if
guess.
he's got the time, why not if it'll make it better?
Sure, I think so. The Challenger's fried item looks like it's done over there.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Ooh, it's so pretty.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
It's slit he made, see?
Right,
In there?
so it's just
Yeah.
as was, right? Fried.
On these, did he keep the innards in them?
I'm not sure. They might have been good. I don't know. There's also eggs today too. Somebody said, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he could have taken advantage of that as well.
That would be a nice idea. I'd love
Okay,
that.
and cooked them with the heads on too.
Right.
They look pretty good.
The quality of the fish is so good. You
Right,
can
and
tell.
again, the key will be the sauce.
Right.
That he adds.
And still on Kawai's side, look.
So three dishes. Well, let's go through. We've got number one, what is it? The raw marinated. Right?
Yeah, and the carpaccio-like item.
Right. He's working on that.
Right.
And then we got the whole sole.
Yeah, he was
right?
frying that.
That's the third one.
Okay.
All right, so he does have 3 after all, Challenger
right.
Kawai.
Well,
So what
that's
was that
good.
all about 2 anyway?
Oh, good. He'll be able to have 3.
Now
What a relief.
Sakai, and he is adding a sauce here, becoming more and more elaborate with this one.
It holds everything together, doesn't it? It looks great as soon as you have the sauce on the plate.
yeah.
I wasn't happy the way it looked originally, but now with the sauce, it looks absolutely
Those
amazing.
plates are looking
Yeah.
great. Yes.
I just wanted to say that the sauce Sakai-san is using on this dish is made from butter, capers, veal broth, lemon juice, and parsley.
Laying it on thick.
Okay, and it's going on top. Yeah?
Oh, my.
I'm sorry, I'm talking about the Challenger.
Kawai's side, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see
So
now.
this was the
yeah.
plan.
That's what he intended.
From
it
the
looks
pot
like.
that he'd been stewing.
So the whole sole served as well, right? And no, what's going on here? If we can get a shot of, is that the corn silk?
On the other side, that would be
corn
Sakai's
silk,
side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
okay.
sure.
Unbelievable, resting on top there. They really are edible?
That's what he said.
Wow, he's serving that for real.
You know, I'd like to try this at home, in the privacy of my own home.
Well, I tell you, I've got absolutely no idea what they'd taste like. Suda-san, I'm just going to have to listen and hear what you say about that. I'll be paying attention to when you're eating this, okay? All right, the Iron Chef continuing to lay on another sauce. Seems to have no problem in relation to the time.
Right.
This is a Colbert in style.
Okay, just a little over 3 minutes left in this one. The Challenger now believe that this is his sauce of blended tomatoes, and he's doing some quality presentation work with that. We are under 3 minutes left in this one.
This is so pretty.
Oh, look at the one. This is the charred one.
Iron Chef side here,
So he salvaged it and turned it into something
going
else.
in another direction.
He added that to this one.
The steam one is almost too light in flavor, so this crispy texture on top will help it a lot.
What a
I think.
stroke.
It really
yeah.
ties it all together.
From what was originally a
Clever,
mishap.
Yeah.
wonderful. He never gives up under any circumstances, this guy.
That's why he's seasoned Iron Chef.
That's
Situation
right, yeah.
substitution.
Always got alternatives.
Okay,
Right.
now not a risotto, but rice.
Yeah, and saffron.
Yes.
Right.
That is looking great. Now the challenger, he knows how to make use of color as well.
Ooh, I like that.
Black plate.
Oh, yeah, it's a nice presentation, isn't it?
And it
Nice
seems like a
contrast.
healthy dish, as you've
Very
been
much
saying.
so, yeah.
And the sauce with all kinds of healthy goodies in it. This is our first exposure to California cuisine.
1
Challenger
minute to
Kauai.
go.
And now a minute to go. The final 60 seconds of an all-French cuisine battle with the theme ingredient popular in French cooking, sole. The men have been constrained by the time limit using this theme, though. Challenger Kauai looks like he will have 3 dishes. There's one of them is fried sole. The Iron Chef gunning for 4. Looks like he'll complete
30
everything he started.
seconds to
30
go.
seconds left now. And Sakai having to call a couple of audibles along the way, but not on his rice there. Golden yellow saffron rice. Iron Chef trying to come back after that loss to Club Mistral's Chef Okabe. Challenger Kauai, the
15
head chef of
seconds
San
to go.
Francisco's Pan Pacific, coming across the Pacific to come home and compete
10
and show
seconds
why
to
he's
go.
regarded as one of the best French chefs in the States. But to win, he'll have to go
5
through this,
seconds.
man. It's all going to shake
3,
out in the tasting. The
2,
final seconds are ticking
1.
down in this one, and that's it. The cooking's done. The soul battle is over.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Albeit a little rushed. The 1 hour
Yeah,
time
really.
limit seemed to be a factor.
That was so short.
Sure, of course. Yeah.
If it were a bit longer, I could have done more.
But the dishes you did finish, how are they?
I really don't know. Probably so-so.
So you're not sure of a victory or not then?
Well, if I would have had more time.
I understand. How'd it go?
Sole takes a lot of time to prepare.
Really?
There's a lot to do with fish, eating up a lot of the time.
Huh.
I was really under pressure today. Yeah.
And what did you think about Kauai-san?
I had no information about his dishes because he works in the U.S.
Uh-huh.
I had no means to know what his California cuisine may look like.
Right.
I know he's such a fine chef, so the only thing I could count on was to do my job right.
Yeah?
I don't remember the last time I was sweating as crazy like I am today.
Yes, you really are.
Yeah.
Challenger Kauai is offering 3 dishes. First, sautéed sole milfeu. His opening dish takes advantage of the saltiness of caviar. It achieves a nice harmony with the American-style sweet sauce in this most delightful starter. Second, sole minute steak. The dish comes with a splendid assortment of fried herbs, which besides being healthy, make for a pleasant contrast with the silky smooth texture of the sole. Last is fried sole, Southern French style, finished in a colorful assortment of bell peppers and zucchini. A basic but bold way of bringing forth the natural flavor of the theme ingredient. Iron Chef Sakai ends up offering 3 dishes as well. First, fried sole with tomato dressing, his interpretation of California cuisine. The slight sourness of the tomatoes and the sweetness of the corn silk help draw out the natural flavor of the sole. Second is fried sole with Colbert butter. A specially prepared butter sauce containing raisins and capers raises to exquisite heights the sole that was perfectly deep fried. Last is Omar lobster and sole, potato and clam sauce. The crispy fried skin of sole works as an accent, adding a twist to the steamed sole wrapping of truffles and Omar lobster. The texture is also special because of the use of cabbage. And a stroke of imagination, Sakai's idea of serving it together with the saffron rice, the concept should find favor, allowing the tasters to fully savor the sole's flavor. The city by the bay, San Francisco, California. Its Golden Gates beckon and are always welcoming to those who pursue excellence in the culinary arts, including this son of Japan, today's challenger, Taka Kauai. The French-come California cuisine artist will go against Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai. For a man who's come this far to challenge, Chairman Kaga's laying out a spread unveiling the theme ingredient, sole. Challenger Kauai, giving it his all for 1 hour, in the end completes a trio of dishes. Iron Chef Sakai, with amazing resourcefulness, completes a set he'll offer as 3. And now the moment of truth, tasting and judgment. On the panel today for the Soul Battle are novelist Tamio Kageyama, TV show hostess Eriko Kasuda, and culinary critic Asako Kishi. First, the dishes of Challenger Kauai.
It's very
to the
This is very good. Perhaps appealing to a I must say the sole could have been on the rare side. It was a bit overcooked, a bit too dry.
If the sole presented itself just a bit stronger, this dish would have been even more wonderful, I think.
The herbs, the fried herbs add a lot to this.
The herbs and the vegetables, especially the tomatoes, and the sole, the harmony among them is magnificent. This is not pure French, maybe closer to Italian food in my opinion. You know, I'm enjoying this a lot.
The sole is so smooth, yes. I quite like this texture, but it mustn't be raw, so I'm impressed with the way you managed to control the heat on this.
And now preparing servings of his last one, the fried sole, finished with the balsamic vinegar sauce.
This is just like Japanese sweet and sour sauce without the kuzu starch. It was a great idea. Very tasty.
One thing I'm a bit disappointed about, again, is that the sole itself is overpowered by other ingredients, in my opinion, you know. But I assume that this was because you were perhaps preparing another sole dish with a strong impact, if I'm not mistaken, right? I guess without that, the impression of the sole was a bit weak in the courses, I think, yeah.
And now up the dishes of Iron Chef Sakai.
By adding the silk of the corn, you achieved a very unique flavor.
What a surprise. I didn't know I'd find the same sweetness of corn in its silk. You know?
Well, this is an all-time first for me. And I'm 72.
On this plate, the sole stands most gallantly, expressing its own flavor, I think. It's like on the still water of a quiet lake. You throw a stone in and see the ripples opening out. It's that kind of impact this sole has with the first bite.
This is good. The butter sauce is so good. And although it's the second fried item, this one is totally different from the first one in texture. This is good.
Let's face it, sole is not a fish you want to eat one after another. But you added depth to this one, made us hunger for more.
The first one as well as this one using raisins, and the previous one using the corn silk. It's the slight sweetness he's added in all the dishes that takes us to culinary heights that we have never been to. The dynamism of his dishes keeps us waiting with great expectations.
I saw the skin getting extra crispy during grilling. As I saw it cooking, I thought, this is something that's going to be scrumptious. And lo and behold, with this sauce, oh boy, it's divine.
But that was an accident, right?
No, it was calculated.
Oh.
I was planning to char the skin and use the skin only.
Excuse me. So I take back what I said during the battle.
The sole expresses itself very well in this, and the charred, crispy skin, which we thought was a mere serendipity, was in reality your strategy. Bravo. I'm enjoying this immensely.
Verdict coming. We'll see which one's the sole survivor right after this.
日本のフレンチとは明らかに違う料理を披露してくれた今日の挑戦者。そして鉄人もまたそのカリフォルニア・キュイズイヌに刺激され素晴らしい作品を 仕上げました。それでは発表します。
Today, a trans-Pacific clash in French cuisine. One of the best battles we've seen with both chefs leaving it all in the kitchen. Challenger Kawai making good in the city by the bay, now coming home with his California cuisine. Iron Chef Sakai determined to redeem himself. Who takes it? Whose cuisine reigns supreme?
鉄人酒井宏之
It's the Iron Chef Sakai, the sole survivor, winning this battle, besting Kawai. The challenge immense, coming in uphill like the steep uphills of San Francisco, but overcoming it by putting his heart and soul into his dishes. The W back where it belongs. Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai.